Hey, what's going on, party people? Greg Jenkins here from House Monkey Pod, and I was just answering a question for a Keap user. Shout out to Tom. And I thought I would share the response I sent him in case this is something that you have been up against as well. So Tom is looking to have a dynamic fulfillment sequence or dynamic fulfillment process when somebody buys any number of products, right? He wants to be able to merge in the name of what they bought into the email. So if they offer 10 courses, right, a delivery email that says, thanks for buying course number 1, here's the link to your content. Or if they buy course number 5, thanks for buying course number 5, here's the link to your content, right? But as you might know, there isn't a great way to do that dynamically because the order details and the available merge fields are not the same, right? You can merge in contact details, but that doesn't easily reference their last invoice. So it gets a little tricky in terms of creating that custom bespoke experience that you might want after a purchase. That said, there are a couple of ways to do this, either natively or with the use of third-party tools. So I wanted to just walk through those in case it helps Tom or any of you. It sounded like you're exploring purchase actions, which makes me believe you're using Keap Max Classic, the version formerly known as Infusionsoft. And you can set up a purchase action when somebody successfully buys, or you can set up a purchase action for specific products. But this section, the purchase actions area, is largely legacy. It predates the Keap campaign builder. So most post-purchase automation takes place in a campaign at this point. Now, even in the legacy section, there isn't a great way to dynamically merge in the product. So here's what most people would do. Let me show you what the options are. Post-purchase follow-up. Most people who want to reference or design a bespoke experience in the post-purchase window would use a purchase goal and then just, dedicate it to one product. So when somebody buys this particular product, right? Course 1. And then because you know what they bought, you can design this to be course 1 delivery. And in this sequence, you can, write out an email that says, here's course 1 access, right? You can reference what they bought because the only way for them to get into this sequence is if they achieve this goal buying, I said product A, but if they bought course 1, they end up in the course 1 delivery sequence. So that's kind of the general way that most people would do this. And you can actually use campaign merge fields, which allow you to set up like static values for this particular campaign. So product name or product details or product link, and then you can use those values throughout the email. So if there's 3 or 5 or 10 emails, you can reference them throughout it. And the reason that those merge fields are really valuable is because if you make a copy of this campaign for course 2, you don't have to rebuild things from scratch. You can just update the merge field values in the second campaign, and you've created a custom delivery mechanism for course 1 and a custom delivery mechanism for course 2, and they're all referencing the thing we know that they bought in order to start that automated process. Now, obviously this requires some manual configuration. They bought course 1, they get course 1, and that's fine if you only have a handful of courses. But if you have dozens or products, I'm saying courses, but maybe it's products or maybe it's services, right? If you have tens or dozens or hundreds of products that you offer, this would not scale, or it wouldn't easily scale. It would get cumbersome pretty quickly. So if you have a bunch of different products that you need to fulfill on, then I would understand why you wouldn't want to recreate this each time. And the way that you would do that is you would probably use a third-party tool. There are a few options to move information from the most recent order over to the contact record. So one tool is Plus This, which is an add-on for Keap that can allow you to do exactly that. Transfer order and invoice information from Keap. So if you used Plus This, or you could also do this with Zapier. When a new order is created, move the product that they purchased onto the contact record in a custom field. I think you could do it with the last invoice bot from Fix Your Funnel as well. They have some free bots here that can move information around as well. And there may be some other tools I'm not remembering, but the basic idea is you would set this up to be any purchase, right? And then in here you would say grab product name, and you would initiate the plus this feature, or initiate the Zapier feature, or initiate the whatever tool you're using to get the product name. And then you would have your delivery sequence. And in the delivery sequence, I'll even spell it right, you could merge in a value from the contact record that has the name of whatever it was they purchased most recently. And the way that you would do that is in this sequence, you would have to go get it. So basically referencing the most recent order, picking out the product that was purchased, and then putting that into a contact custom field so that in the delivery sequence, you can merge it into the email. Now, that does require a third-party tool. There are free and paid options, plus this and Zapier both being paid. Fix Your Funnel has free usage of their bots up to a certain amount or quantity, but that might work for you there. Or you could potentially, if you're a developer or you have a developer on your team, you could potentially write some custom code that does this for you. So a few different options there. Like I said, the simplest way is to have one goal for the purchase and then one delivery sequence for the delivery for each product. But if that's not reasonable, then you could create a generalized process that does this by going to retrieve the product name and storing it in a custom field on the contact record, so that you then can merge it into the automation emails and touch points that you have as part of your delivery process for that product. So Tom, hopefully one of these options points you in the right direction, but at the very least, I wanted to make sure that we got back to you, because I know this question is at the top of your to-do list at the moment. So good luck, and let us know what you end up deciding on your path forward.